Alright folks, we're back. Got the smoker lit. So we'll see if that doesn't help us as we're getting things put back together again and try to get the bees back down inside to get the cover back on. So learned a couple of things this week while I was watching the videos from last week, and got a better way, thought of a better way to get things buttoned up when we're done and try to slide all of the frames back after we get them done. So we'll show you how we're going to do that after we're done here. Okay. All right. A few bees on the lid there. Set that back here. Unfortunately, we smashed some last week. That's, geez, I just don't want to smash that many of them. That's really stupid of me to do that. So we're going to try to do a better job this week and getting the bees back down in the hive and avoiding smashing them. Okay? So we'll do a better job of that this week. Okay, I see lots of bees coming in with pollen there, so that's very good. Excited about that. Let's go ahead and peel the cover off there. Oh my, look at all the activity there. That's very good. Let's go ahead and try to see if the smoking thing works here. Chase them back down in there a little bit. This is the first time I have ever smoked my bees. So every time I think I've seemed to have done that, I seem to have just do nothing more but piss them off. So I've really tried to avoid doing that, but it seems to me that that's beneficial in that way to try to get them down in the hive there. So we'll see if that continues to play out. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to need that space there, so let's set the smoker down there. Get started down here in the end. See how things are going down here. We've ditched that new frame puller thing that I got. That thing's a piece of junk, so save up my money and invest in one that I found online. Looks like the industry standard from McCord. So at some point here soon we're going to invest in that thing. And all right, that looks pretty good there. It's drawn out. I don't remember now from last week if that whole side had been drawn out. This side still is not drawn out over here. A couple of bees on there. Looks like they may be starting to draw that out. I see some evidence of wax on that foundation there, so looks like they're going to start working on that. So we'll set this one aside and move on to the next one. Okay, now we did this last time before here. Let's do it this way. Spread those out. Lots of gum, lots of propolis on there. So let's go ahead. Looks like they're drawing this one out. I think I remember from last week that this one wasn't drawn out. So it looks like they're working on drawing this one out. On this side, you can see the comb drawn out on this side, and this side's almost completely drawn, but it looks more to me like this one was drawn out from before, because it tends to be the darker it is, the older the comb is. So that has evidence of being older. So I'm going to have to compare that to my video from last week and see what that looks like on frame number 2. But they're working hard on that and drawing that out and getting ready to utilize that. Typically on the outside too, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but typically on the outside frames out here, they typically do honey storage out here on the edges, on this side and on this side. And in the middle, they tend to keep that reserved for brood. So that's typically how that works. I don't know if that's always the case, but typically honey stores are on the outside. As we build up here, and one of the things that we're going to be doing, I did mention last week about ordering more boxes here. So I did order another deep super with frames in it. So we're going to be adding up as well as them expanding out sideways. Because once they get pretty full in here, then it's time for them to want to move up before they get ready to swarm and leave. So you got to try to continue to add and give them extra places to work and places to store and make brood. Okay, so that frame is nothing. This frame looks like they're working hard on drawing this one out. I see honey across the top of this one. Try to get a little closer on the video there for you to see that up in the top there. They're storing honey up on the top there, so that's very good. You typically do that unless it's going to be a full frame of honey. You typically store the honey up across the top of the frames and brood down along the bottom. So not sure what they have officially planned for that one, but we'll leave that up to them, right? Okay, now the next ones are very, very crowded and lots of bees looking straight up at me here, so that was very cute. But I'll try to draw these apart here like this and pull that up so we're on frame number 4 here as we work our way this way. See what's going on here. All right, now this one looks fully drawn out. Looks like honey stores on this side across the top. So they're storing honey across there. It's cute to see across the top there. You can see some bees that are fully inside the comb there. I'm not sure if they're working on that or what they're doing there, but some bees that have their heads all the way down in those combs there, finishing them up and getting them ready for use. Okay, so on this side we have that bump that we saw last week, and I noticed when I watched the video again that there's a hole on the bottom. So it's possible, oh, and right there's the queen on this one, clear over here. See her right there in front of you. She's right there, working on something. So it looks like she may be checking this out for brood. So we'll see what they have planned. I see some pollen stored down in the bottom here. Actually, do I see eggs down in there? No. I don't think that's eggs down in there, but it may be. It may be she's getting ready for that. So there she is. She's wandering around there doing her thing. So it's always great to find her. Interesting to find her clear over here on frame 4. But there she is. And we'll get her put back in there. My concern for this bump in the middle here is that they're building a queen supersedure cell of some kind. So I don't understand exactly what that is, but I was looking at that, like I said, when I was watching the video, looking at that like it's something there. I can't imagine that they would do that with the queen so visible and so active there. So I guess I'm going to leave that there just for curiosity's sake and see what their plans are for that. So let's go ahead and get this one back in there. We've already found the queen on frame 4, so we'll keep on moving here. Okay. All right. Oh, that's hard on my back already. Oh. Okay. On to the next one. Excuse me, girls. All right, no fighting there. Okay. All right, see what's going on this one. A little bit heavier on this frame here. Oh boy, look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Nice full pattern of brood there. It'd be cool to see a new bee being born. Gosh, one of the concerns over here by my right hand on this side is that full mound of what looks like drones. And you really don't want them to be making that many drones, because they don't need drones, because they have, you know, a fertilized queen. So they really don't need all those drones for anything that I know of. So it's a little curious that they're making so many of those. I don't know why. So I guess we'll keep an eye on that and figure out what the heck they've got going on there. Now on that side, another full frame of brood there. Be interesting to be able to see a new worker come popping out of there. I don't see anything that looks like it's ready to hatch. See the lid kind of popping off or anything. Actually, there's one right down there. I don't know if I can do this without right down here. You might be able to see that one right there in front of my finger has kind of got a hole in it, like it could be possible that that there's a worker going to emerge out of there real soon. So probably won't happen in the next 30 seconds while we've got this frame out, so we're going to have to put it back in and let them continue to go about their business. But likely a lot of those bees that are on that frame there are new bees that have just recently come out. And actually, boy, that one really right there looks like a brand new one. Let me see if I can point that one out to you. She doesn't have a lot of coloration to her yet. Seems like she's like a very, very young bee that has just emerged there. So, oh, my back really hurts. I can't bend over like this too much longer, but okay. So, good frame. Lots of brood on there still, so it means the queen is doing her thing. I don't know why my back hurts so bad already. Okay, so let's squeeze that together. Get those bees out of there. Squeeze that up there, like that. All right, girls. No harm, no foul there. Here we go. Oh, give my back a rest here a second. Oh, gee whiz. Oh. Okay, so let's go on to the next one here. See if that one looks the same. We really don't want to see a lot of drone activity there. So now there's a pretty good sized cluster over there, so I'm going to see if my smoker's still smoking. Seems like it may be out. Yeah, that's the problem, is when you just leave it laying there like that, then it's just going to go out. So, not too successful on that attempt there. I did bring the lighter with me though, so if I got really, well, when we get later on here, we'll get it relit. Try to get the bees smoked down here a little bit. Okay. All right. What are we on? Frame 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6, right? Oh my! Look at that. See, now that's a fantastic frame. That is full of brood there. Nice bee running around right there with the pollen basket full. So a really good frame there, full of new brood. Don't see anybody hatching out of there coincidentally, but again, a very, very good frame. There's a really light colored bee right there in the center of that. If you can see that, that looks like that could be a brand new bee that just came out. A couple of them right there that just hatched out of there. There's another one over here on this side, so they are doing the thing they do, making new bees. So, all right, let's turn this side over, Same thing, lots of brood in there, so that's a very, very good frame. Very, very, very good. So, all right, we'll get that back in there. Boy, that one looks like a brand new one coming out of there too. Not too many drones on this frame, so that's very good. We really don't want a lot of drones. We want worker bees, because the drones don't do anything to contribute to the hive. So as few of those as possible is the goal. Okay. All right. Now, whoops, easy girls, easy now. Oops. I really want to slam that there. Okay, there we go. All right. No, 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 no. No need to panic there. All right. Take a little rest here. I don't know why my back is hurting so bad today, but it really is. I haven't even been doing this very long yet. So, okay, here we go. I'll try to move on to the next. Drop these girls off here. Oh, come on. Down in there with your sisters. There you go. All right, time to get this wax over here out of the way. Just keeps getting in the way there. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on to number 7. Okay. Like this. Excuse me, girls. Number 7. All right. Finger on there, fingers on there without. No, I'm really trying not to smash any of you. Oh, come on. All right. Oh boy, look at that. More wonderful brood on that one. More new looking bees there that are really light colored. So that's a very interesting frame there. Lots of bees on there.